Sorry, I'm just recording it so I can show the other partners in the project, but I'm doing well.
Perfect.
Good. How was spring break?
Oh, well, for me, it was just going to work and not having to go to class, but everybody else, I'm sure they had a great time.
Yeah, where do you work at?
High Point University. So
You work there too?
Yeah, I work as a content creator for the university. So I work with all the social media, so Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mhm.
Cool. Is that kind of what you want to do when you graduate, or?
Yeah, so I wanted to work in social media. That's what I had gotten internships in, and then I was working full time in the admissions office, just giving tours of the university. And then, I saw this and I really wasn't enjoying it in admissions anymore. It wasn't a good environment. So I hopped on this opportunity to stay with the university and still finish my education here. But I plan on staying after I graduate, which is in a couple of months. So.
That's awesome. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how can we help you today?
Yeah, so now since the second half of the semester, we're starting to do structured assignments for our respective organizations that we're helping. So what the first assignment is creating an FAQ sheet for you guys. And so what I kind of wanted to go over with you guys today, and that's why I'm recording it that way I can transcribe the questions and answers, is what are she wants it to be at least 7 questions and answers. So kind of if you guys could tell me what are the top 7 questions that y'all get asked about your organization and how you answer them.
That's cool. I mean, the first would be, who are you? Second would be, what are you doing, or what do you do? And then the third is either how can we help, or what do you need?
Mhm.
I guess those would be the 4 that I would think of.
Another common question is, what is a Title I school? What is the definition of a Title I school? How does it, what people kind of have, they've heard it, but most people don't really know what it is. Trying to think of what you said, at least 7, so that's 5.
Yeah, it's 5. So those are a great 5, and all we need is just 2 more.
How do you trying to think how to say, it's like, how do you measure impact? How do you what are you trying, what are you trying to do?
Accomplish.
Accomplish, yeah, that's the right word. What are you trying to accomplish?
Do you get questions about volunteering, like how do I sign up to volunteer?
Yeah,
That's great. Yeah, how do I volunteer?
Okay.
Well,
and for just some of the larger scope ones, how would you guys necessarily answer that? Because I don't want to write anything on behalf of your company that doesn't necessarily capture the image that you want out there. So some of those first ones where you're saying who are you, what do you do, how do you want that to be written out?
You want to answer that?
no, you go ahead. It's your question. You answer it.
So who are we? We're
I want to hear what she has to say.
we're a nonprofit, and our goal is to work with Title I elementary and middle schools to provide sports opportunities, clinics, resources, and equipment to improve the experience of sports for kids at Title I schools.
Awesome.
What's the next question? Why do we?
Why do we do it?
Mhm.
Was that one of the questions?
Yeah, I think why we do it is we both have kids that have grown up in this community, in the school system. We both have coached and volunteered, and so we see this. We have over the years seen this tremendous need, and this need is just continuing to get worse and worse. And if it was put on our hearts and just motivated to help. I mean, we just want to help. I mean, it's really simple as that. We've seen a need and been involved, and now it's time to step up and help.
So I guess the next question would be, what do you do? We provide elementary school clinics for classes at recess, where we'll bring in different sports organizations to run the clinics, to give kids the opportunity to experience those sports. And we also provide equipment and resources to middle school athletic teams. So helping to improve the experience at the middle school level by providing equipment for the team, uniforms, whatever the school is in need of, to help improve that experience so that they feel like they're in an equal playing field when they go out to play against another school.
And so I can't remember, how do you guys get the equipment again? It's
That's a
like-
great question. So a lot of what we're getting is either donations from like Dick's Sporting Goods or Sports Academy, where they're giving us gift cards or funding that we can go out and buy all new equipment. And then some of it is equipment that we're able to reuse, like cleats, shin guards, socks, stuff that's coming from club ball players.
Yeah.
Hand-me-down type things.
Hand-me-downs.
Yeah, gently
Yeah,
used.
and
Yeah.
so do you guys get often like, how can I donate?
Yeah,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
yeah, yeah. And we're still trying to figure that out. I mean, because we'll take money, we'll take stocks, we'll take cars, you name it. We'll take whatever you
Yeah.
want to get.
And so how would somebody go about like donating? Do they just drop it off?
got-
Do they fill out a form? Do they?
Usually they just contact us. So right now it's just through contacting us, and we'll either go pick up the stuff or we can meet them somewhere. They can drop it off at our house
And what would the
lot of-
contact information be for that?
on the website.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. What was the other?
Two older ADHD
Uh-huh.
adults, so I've already forgotten.
Hey, I'm
I
right
think,
there
like,
with you.
I think one of the questions was, like, what do you need? How can we help?
Yeah.
And that's probably the hardest question for us to
Mhm.
answer, especially because, we need volunteers, we need money, and we need equipment or the ability to buy
Mhm.
or connect with groups that have the equipment.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple as that. I mean, we need money, volunteer, or equipment. And just, and the other thing, and help getting the word out. That's the other thing.
Mhm.
Raising awareness. One of the things, if you go back to the question about why we do what we do, we see a need, but the need is bigger than just the sports. The need is the school system in general. And so trying to elevate what happens at these Title I schools and the lack of visibility. They're almost invisible in many ways. And so just trying to create visibility and partnering with other organizations in the community that we can bring a smorgasbord of services to these schools, to whether, it's through sports or through mental awareness or nutrition to, simple as clothes, those types of things, food assistance.
Awesome. So I think that was it for like the big questions, and I think I'll be able to kind of piece together some of the information for the other questions that I can pull from the website. But yeah, so we're probably going to work on that tonight, and it's going to get submitted. I mean, I know at the end of the semester, she said all the companies are coming in and we're like presenting a portfolio to you, so you'll kind of see all those finished products then.
Okay.
And then also just for like the outside of like the structured assignments. So I have been sending a link to the other partners. I'm not sure if they've signed up for anything in the future. But do you need anything for me, like while I'm working, like any, social media work, any website review, anything?
Yeah, I mean, one of the things I would love is I'd love you to research this company. It's called the Sports Shed in Chicago.
Mhm.
they have created a lot of very similar content to what we kind of do. But one of the things that they have is like, did you know? And I think we would love to kind of raise an awareness of what Title I schools are
Mhm.
like in Guilford County.
Yeah.
And just the awareness that, like, did you know middle schools get $9,000 to run all of their middle school sports? An average sport cost for the school is X. That leaves no money for uniforms, equipment, blah, 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 blah. It's just been really eye-opening to see how middle school sports are operating on this
Mhm.
pennies. And there's really just this lack of even just acknowledging the differences, like that if a school is Title I, they're not receiving any additional funds from sponsorship, from parents' involvement, and their equipment is old, it's dangerous, it's unsafe, and it's been reused so many years. And really just kind of creating this awareness of what it's like to be a
Mhm.
Title I school and why we're doing it.
It's a great idea.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm like, I have a little bit of knowledge of Title I. Because my girlfriend's mother was actually, she taught in Title I schools for 20 years.
Wow.
Cool.
And so I unfortunately only knew about that because like once I started dating her, that's when I started learning about it. So I do
Yeah.
think you guys are right, is that just there's a lack of awareness. So I can kind of gather up some facts, some things of what you were just talking about, and create a little bit of a did you know page and send it to y'all and see what
Yeah,
you
that would
guys
be
think.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you wanted to check out our website, just kind of, look
Mhm.
at the flow, look at the feel. I mean,